Do y'all think I rolled my window down? Hell to the no. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. In this video, as you can see by the title, I will be giving you all another story time. If you do not know, I have a story time playlist, and I have like just all of my story times on there. So if you have not seen all the rest of my story times, you can just go to the playlist and check it out. Let's just get right into it. On this day, I don't remember exactly what I was doing out. All I remember is that it was dark outside, so it was pretty late. So one thing about me is I'm very like cautious about everything that I do. I'm very cautious about my surroundings. Like if I see something that might even be just a little suspect, your girl is not going nowhere near it. So I did something that I normally don't do, which is stop at gas stations when I'm alone at night. Now mind you, I wasn't close to home. I was probably like 30 minutes away from home, but I really needed gas, so I decided to stop for some gas. Now this particular gas station that I stopped at, it was pretty like lit up, and there were like more than one or two people, you know, getting gas or going into the store. So I felt a little bit more comfortable knowing that other people were around. So I ended up getting gas, and I ended up driving off, right? So once I drove off, I ended up at a stoplight. The light was red. All of a sudden, I see this big white van roll up behind me. And at first, everything was fine. I was just like, okay, you know, just a random van that just rolled behind me. And all of a sudden, this van just starts beeping like constantly at me, like blowing the horn like something was wrong. I'm looking back, and I'm just like, what? In my head, I'm like, why is he or she, like, why are they blowing the horn at me? At first, I didn't even know that it was like towards me. I had to like look in my, you know, I had to look in my rearview mirrors to actually like figure out like they were actually beeping at me. So finally, the light ended up turning green. So I was like, whew, the light turned green, so like we're all good. So I bust that left, and what do you know, they bust the same left that I bust. So I continue driving, and they continue following me. So not only do they continue following me, but they're like riding my tail. So they were tailgating me and still beeping. So once I realized that they kept like tailgating me, the very first thing I did was I called my husband. Y'all already know, when any type of inconvenience, anything that goes wrong, I call Jordan up. Like, I just don't play like that. And whenever I'm somewhere that I don't feel comfortable, I always leave him my location, like no matter what. I'll just randomly send him my location, and just, you know, if let's say I'm getting my hair done from somewhere, or I'm at somebody's house getting my hair done, he's getting my location every single time. So I called him, and I was like talking, like trying to tell him like what was going on. I'm like, this white van is just beeping at me, and I tried to like think of like every possible scenario for why this car would be beeping at me. So I thought maybe I just got gas and the little gas thing was open. That was my first thought. So okay, well maybe the little gas thing is open. I had looked, and it was closed. So I'm like, they're not trying to get my attention because something is wrong with my car, right? So I told him, and I just kind of stayed on the phone with him. Next thing you know, I kind of sped up a little bit because I didn't want that truck like just riding me like that. So I sped up a little bit. Next thing you know, this truck went around me and ended up driving right beside me. So we're driving right beside each other. I'm trying to go faster. Every time I go fast, he or she goes fast. Every time I slow up, he or she slows up too. So at this point, I know that they're doing something like fishy, right? while they're doing this little game that they're playing, they're still beeping at me. And once they got beside me, they were like, when I looked over, I could tell they were trying to like get me to roll my window. I think it was somebody in the back seat. I think it was a male in the back of the van, and he was like trying to get me to roll my window down. Do y'all think I rolled my window down? Hell to the no. I did not roll my window down. I continued to drive. I think we were coming up to another light, and because I didn't want to be stopped right next to them, I ended up turning off at that next light that we, you know, approached, and they ended up going their separate way. I wasn't really scared until they pulled up right beside me. You know what I'm saying? Well, really when they were tailgating me. But once they pulled up beside me, like, you don't know what could happen. They could try to shoot in my car. They could try to, you know, run me off the road. Anything could have happened. So I just thank God that nothing did happen. But I just wanted to share with you all this short story time and my experience with stuff like this. If you are a female, specifically female, so just some tips when it comes to like being alone at night. Just when it comes to like stopping at gas stations, just make sure that you are always checking your surroundings. Make sure that it is a well-lit gas station. Make sure that there are a lot of people at the gas station that you're at, and just don't, while you're pumping gas, like, always be looking at your surroundings. Like, look at everyone that is around you. Make sure nobody gets too close to you, stuff like that. Even when you pull off, like when I pulled off, that's when they tried to do whatever they were trying to do. Make sure that you do not engage with people. Like, do not try to figure out why they're doing what they're doing, or whatever the case may be. Like, just continue going about your business. So clearly the whole van thing was some type of setup. I'm sure they were trying to get me to either pull over, roll my window down, whatever they were trying to get me to do. And they probably were trying to kidnap me or something like that. This world is just so cruel. People will try to do anything to get you and snatch you up. I just hope that everybody stays safe out there, male or female, both. Everyone stay safe, watch your surroundings. That concludes this short story time. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next Saturday. Bye.